Welcome back, ladies and gentle YouTubers. In the last episode, I have reviewed the robot masters of how they look in the Mega Man games and on Captain N the Game Master. Now, moving on to the second season of Captain N. In this season, you gotta have the Mega Man 2 robot masters. I'm going to review them of how they look in Mega Man 2 and in the second season of the Captain N animated series. So, let's get started. First off, Airman. He's blue, has a fan on his chest, and shoots out mini tornadoes called the Air Shooter. Let's see what he looks like in the Captain N animated series. Yeah, that white-looking monstrosity is Airman. He doesn't have the fan on his chest, except he has a red triangle with a whirlwind pictured on his chest, but at least he has the Air Shooter. However, he looks like a combination of both Blizzard Man and Wind Man, doesn't he? Let's move on to Quick Man. He's red, has a boomerang on his forehead, he moves so quick, well yeah, that's what he's called, Quick Man, and he has the quick boomerang. Let's see what he looks like in the Captain N animated series, shall we? As you can see, this is what Quick Man looks like on Captain N. He's light blue, light green, dark red, and holds a boomerang. But you know what? He kind of looks like either Boomer Quanger or Imperfect Cell. Next up, Crash Man, aka the Party Crasher, is what I like to call him. Anyway, he's red and white and throws out crash bombs. Let's see what he looks like. I don't want to say this, but he doesn't look nothing like Crash Man. I mean, look at him. He has lightning bolts on his ears, a lightning bolt on his chest, and he has a racket for an arm throwing out cliche bombs instead of crash bombs. And if you look at him, he looks like he was thrown into a blender or something. Of course, in the Japanese version of Mega Man 2, he was called Clash Man. Bubble Man. He looks like a green scuba diver who shoots bubbles at you, called the Bubble Lead. Let's see what he looks like in the Captain N animated series. Yes, this pile of Bulbasaur vomit is Bubble Man. His head is white, has an orange strip around his neck, a round dark green body, and has water tanks on his head and on his arm cannon. Well, at least he has the bubble lead. But if you look at him, he looks like Aquaman from Mega Man 8, and I guess they were like using a time machine, looking into the future, and stole his design to look like him or something. Anyway, moving on to Woodman. Yes, ladies and gentle YouTubers, a robot master based on a tree. And to top it off, he has green eyelids that look like mascara and can shoot out leaves called the Leaf Shield. Let's see what he looks like. Well, I'll be a Charmander's uncle. I have to admit, out of all the robot masters of Mega Man 2, Woodman is the only character that looks badass. I'm serious. They did a decent job on him. He has the wood shield that looks like a Deku shield from one of the Zelda games, and what makes him look badass is that he has, what? Take a guess. A. Leaf Shield, B. Shadow Blade, or C. Vine Whip? If your answer is C, you're correct! A Vine Whip. Kind of like Bulbasaur's Vine Whip from Pokemon. In other words, this is what Dr. Wily would say, something like, "What the hell was I thinking when I was making a wooden robot?" Of course, in Mega Man 2, his weakness is atomic fire. Next we got Heat Man. He's red and yellow, wears a yellow box that looks like ceramic metal to protect him from his own heat. Also, he can turn into a goodness gracious great ball of fire called Atomic Fire. Let's see what he looks like. Unfortunately, this creepy looking robot doesn't look anything like Heat Man. Just look at him. He has an arm cannon on his left, and on his right looks like an oven mitt. His face is orange, has a flame on his chest. His box-like body is red at least, with a pink streak on the left side of his body. At least he shoots out atomic fire rather than turn into a big fireball. And to top that off, he looks like a big red gum. Next! Metal Man. He looks like a red ninja who throws saw blades called the Metal Blade. And one more thing, He does not look like a dentist, people. Anyway, let's see what he looks like. Out of all the robot masters, he looks quite accurate. I must say it wasn't too bad of a job redesigning him, except his color isn't right. His head looks like a cash register without the buttons, not to mention he looks like a big can opener. But you know what he reminds me of? Buzzsaw from the Silverhawks animated series. And last, this brings us to the 3rd season. And let me tell you about Season 3 of Captain N. They only made one robot master. Why do you ask? Well, the animation department couldn't make another one. But it's question time! Which robot master is in the 3rd season of Captain N? Is it A, Snake Man, B, Top Man, or C, Proto Man? If your answer is B, you're correct! It's Top Man. He's orange, has roller skates. Oh yeah, that's what they look like. Except that his head looks like a top and throws 3 tops at you and does the top spin. Let's see what he looks like in the Captain N animated series. I have to say, he doesn't look anything like him. I mean, look at Top Man. He looks like a clown. Well, at least he does the top spin while dishing out a wave of tops, and that's all. Oh, and you're gonna love this part. Take a look how Top Man gets killed.
I'll hit him with my punchline.
Really? I'll hit him with my punchline, Mega Man? Why don't you call it, I'll hit him with my hard knuckle? Which sounds better, instead of just saying, I'll hit him with my punchline. You got quite the humor, don't you, Mega Man? Or should I say, Mega Dumbass? So there you have it, ladies and gentle YouTubers, my review on the robot masters for Mega Man that appeared in the Captain N animated series. All I have to say is that some of the robot masters for Mega Man 1 were recognizable, except for Cutman! And as for the robot masters in Mega Man 2 and one from Mega Man 3 that appeared in the 2nd and 3rd season, all I have to say is I'm pretty sure of how they look and all, except for Top Man who looks like a freaking clown! In other words, ladies and gentle YouTubers, this is what happens when our favorite video game characters fall desperately into the clutches of the wrong but evil hands. But I hope you all enjoyed my 2-part review. Now if you excuse me, I got to go play me some Mega Man.
Captain N, the Game Master.